Good morning, afternoon, evening, whichever part of the world you're in. My name is Karen Newton and I am the founder of Karen Newton International. And welcome to Let's Talk Investing. Today's topic is, what is investing? Many people have this vision that they've seen on the movies where they see people sat in front of an array of television screens. They're watching numbers go up and down, all these reds and greens flashing around on the screens, and making split-second decisions as to how much money they make or how much money they lose. Well, let me tell you, if you want to get into that type of investing, it will take you years and years to actually learn the skills to do that. But everybody can become an investor. And investing is really very, very simple. People tend to overcomplicate it. And I don't know why, because every day we do things that are investing. We're investing in our time, in our knowledge, in the money we have. And if you wanted to understand what investing is, it's simply getting money to work for you, getting the results that you want with your money. Now, as I said, investing is made to be very, very complicated. It isn't. It is simple. And I'm going to walk you through today 4 ways of generating wealth. And the very first thing that you can do is build a business. Now, it doesn't need to be a big business. You don't need to be the next Amazon out there. A simple side hustle. Do you sell stuff on eBay? Do you sell stuff on Etsy? Well, you actually have a business and you have a side hustle, unless you do it full time, but you have a side hustle that is generating cash for you. That is investing. Building a business, and in this series we're going to go into a lot more depth about the type of businesses you can build, the different investments that you can get into. But investing is basically building a business, using the profits from your business to buy more income generating assets. And those income generating assets are digital investments such as shares, cryptocurrency, bonds. They're what used to be called like a paper transaction. It's now digital, right? So we have digital investments. And then the other type of investing is property. Now, when you study investing, which I have spent a lifetime studying investing, you will find that you can put everything through a filter. And that filter then breaks an investment down to one of 4 categories: a business, property, a digital investment, or commodities. So we've already quickly mentioned a business, and it doesn't need to be a big business. It's just something that generates some cash for you. And it, like I've mentioned, it could be eBay, it could be Etsy, it could be that you have a hobby, that you have access to items from your hobby at wholesale prices. It could be that you already have an existing business and you want to add something onto that business. For example, if we talk about add-ons, if you have an animal and you go to a vet, you traditionally go to the vet when your pet or your animal, if you're on a farm or wherever, when the animal is sick. Right? Vets are there to help heal your pet. But when was the last time you looked around at what vets were actually selling? I know when the last time I went to a vet, there were food plans for the pets. Your dog, your cat, whatever age they are, whatever health issues they had, there were different food plans, and they had the bags of food or the pouches of food to suit your pet. Leads, collars, harnesses, they were available for sale there. Toys for your pets. They have exercise plans. They sell insurance. There's a whole range of items that a vet sells as an add-on to a business. So if you think of yourself as a business, you might go to work, whatever job you do, but you can start something which is an add-on to what you actually do. What do you have skills at? You know, one of my hobbies is writing, and I'm the author now of 25 books, gone to #1 in several countries, and several of the books have actually reached #1 status or bestsellers. And I write about the things that I actually do. I learn lots around business, around shares, around property. I am constantly learning. And then I like to share what I do. As a writer, I teach people how to write books. They are side hustles for me. They're ways of bringing in additional income that then allows me to go and get more income producing assets. So business is your #1 investment. And you want cash rich businesses because the cash, the profit that it brings in allows you to build those other investments. If you're doing something as a side hustle and you're making £10 a month, then you're only going to have £10 a month to invest. If your side hustle is making you 1,000 or 10,000 or 50,000 a month, then that is the kind of money that you will be able to put into investing and grow a portfolio of investments very, very quickly. As I said, I spent a lifetime studying investing, and I worked in taxation. I worked in the UK. I started off working in the tax department. I then married my husband, moved to New Zealand, where I went into banking. I learned both sides of money, and I became fascinated with the topic. But it wasn't until I got really serious and thought, why am I not a millionaire? I'm working around money all the time, but I am not yet a millionaire. So I sat down and I thought long term about why I didn't have any money in the bank. And I started to understand that it was because I wasn't investing in me, and I wasn't using my knowledge and skills to benefit me. I started to build businesses. I put a plan together that said I was going to generate income from business, property, shares, and I was going to get royalty income from books. And I just started then, step by step, building the business, creating the books and generating royalty income, putting that money into property into shares, into bullion. And guess what? When I crystallized that plan, I went very quickly from having absolute zero to 10 million within 4 years. Now, I'm not an exceptional case. It's simply that I studied what investing was. I built a business that generated that income for me, and then I put the profits from that business to work so that I was building my wealth. Today, I follow exactly that same business model. I now have, as I'm recording this, I have 19 businesses. I know I have 2 more businesses going on, well, going live, I suppose is the expression I should say, but I have 2 more businesses that will become active this month, next month, well, one this month and one next month. I am forever growing businesses, but it doesn't mean that I have to work in those businesses. You know, one of the characters who I tend to follow around business is Richard Branson. Now, the last I saw, he had over 400 businesses, but he can't work in every one of those. There's not even enough time in a day for him to be able to spend 5 minutes or 10 minutes working on each one of those businesses. He has people who run those businesses for him. So learning business means that you grow your income producing assets, because that's exactly what business is. If it doesn't make any money for you, then you close it down. You stick with the ones that are making a good return for you. And then what you do is you take that profit and buy property, buy shares, buy cryptocurrency. You want assets that are going to continually bring that money in. So zero to millionaire is a very simple strategy for making money, and it all comes back to business. So when we look at businesses, what are we talking about? Well, there are 2 trains of thought. There's the bricks and mortar, and I have done that. I have built bricks and mortar businesses. By bricks and mortar business, I mean a physical, traditional business model where you could have a retail outlet, you have people come to you. Okay, that's what I call a bricks and mortar business. Or you can have a business model which is online. Personally, online works really well for me, but I am a bricks and mortar business as well. That is one of my businesses. Well, actually a bit more than one of my businesses. However, I, in today's world, love the online market. And the more that I can move my businesses online, the more profitable my businesses are becoming. When we look at the online market, the sales are in the trillions of dollars every year. And why shouldn't we have a part of that industry? It is a growth industry. The world population is growing. It's over 7 billion clients online, or potential clients online. And why shouldn't you have a share of that? You have something which is absolutely unique to you that you can share with someone else and earn money by doing so. So when we look at online businesses, what are some of the things that I do? Well, first, as I've already mentioned, I write books. I sell books online. I convert those books to courses and I sell courses online. Now, you probably won't even know that it's me behind some of the products that are out there. I sell other people's products. It's called affiliate marketing. I sell other people's products. I also create products so that each month I pay affiliates a commission for selling my products for me. I run coaching groups, right? And I use investment strategies, and I teach people different ways to invest through coaching groups. And coaching groups are something that I'm able to sell online, deliver online, give them recordings like this, be it video or audio. They are things that I do every day that brings cash in, that then allows me to reinvest that money and grow my investment portfolio. I started off by saying that investing isn't difficult. People overcomplicate it. And they do. How many times have you been somewhere and someone has the next best system that is guaranteed to make you money if you follow this system to the letter of the law? However, that doesn't always work. There's usually a but or a maybe or if you do this, right? Investing isn't complicated. When I started as an investor, I am self-taught. I haven't spent thousands and thousands with people on courses. I sat down, I learned, I developed a system. Yes, you can go and learn, and I encourage learning because I sell coaching, but you don't need to overcomplicate it. A very simple strategy is dividend shares. I'll talk about that in another series. You can create monthly income. Now, I have clients who within 12 months have gone from earning nothing to earning like $1,700 in a month in dividends. Now, if you had an extra $1,700 a month coming in, what would that do for you? It's possible. Very, very simple. And you only need a few shares that will generate that kind of income for you. Don't think that you need to know all about the next latest buzz. Stick with the simple things that are guaranteed to work. Don't think you're going to make it overnight. You're not going to be from zero to millionaire that fast. The first step is you build a business. You invest the cash from that business into shares, into property, and within 4 or 5 years you will have a pretty substantial portfolio that could allow you to retire and just enjoy the simple things of life. You know, I built my wealth, and I just mentioned at the beginning, I built a perfect day. I was back in 1999. I lived in New Zealand at the time, and I built a perfect day that revolved around being in Europe. It started waking up skiing in France. It went on to lunch in Monaco, to being in Spain watching the sunset over the sea. That was a perfect day that I created for myself back in 1999 in New Zealand. But here we are today. I ski in France. I have the sunset in Spain. I'm still working on the middle one in Monaco. But that was an important thing for me. It kept me motivated to build my businesses, generate the income, and do the things that I wanted to do. And you can do exactly the same thing. Now, I've covered several concepts here today, and so I want you to just think about, one, are you someone who thinks business is complicated? Because it isn't. It is simply going out there selling something, and any profit that you make from that sale, you go and buy an asset, an income producing asset. Okay, business does not need to be complicated. And as we go through this series, I'm going to talk about some of the different business models that I actually use to generate income for me every month. So when we say build a side hustle, build a business, it doesn't need to be something that is big. It can be a very simple strategy that works perfectly for you and ensures you have some money every month to be able to invest. So Let's Talk Investing is all about how we generate the income, we build those income producing assets, and we start making money so that we can live the lifestyles that we choose. I'm Karen Newton International, and I will talk to you on the next episode of Let's Talk Investing.